Hey, how you doing, Sag? How you doing? This is Queen Lisa. I'm the host for this channel. Welcome to Conscious Waters Ocean Deep. So I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys are looking forward to your week ahead. Please like, comment and subscribe to this channel and press the notification bell so that you can be updated when I've uploaded new readings to this platform. Also pay attention to your sun, moon, rising and Venus signs and any other star sign you're having your birth chart that may resonate with the readings on this channel. Do take what you like and leave the rest. I'm going to give out free private and personal readings soon, so when I do announce it, Sag, you'll see it to get yours. Okay, my battery just died and I've done a lovely reading for you guys, so I'm just going to give you like a heads up to what came into the reading so I can just carry on from there. So basically there's some information that came up in your reading in regards to someone that wants to speak to you again. Maybe someone came back from the past. Okay, it also says that it's not your fault that this person came back from the past. All right, maybe someone's involved in the situation or the scenario in regards to the past, and they have said, look, you know, it's not your fault that this person has come back from the past. So someone could have come back from the past. I'm also picking up as well that there's some spiritual energy in your reading as well, where there could be ancestors or some type of spiritual attacks that could be attaching themselves to you. Spirit is asking you to move past those energies, okay, so that you can move past them and still conquer and achieve, have victories in your life. As you move past, you could be breaking some spiritual curses and some spiritual family spells, curses, things like that. There could be people doing spells and curses in your life, okay, as well as physical things that could be going on and hindering, but you still have to move forward, okay, Sag. I'm also picking up as well that there is someone that is getting married and they would like to invite you to a wedding, okay. I also picked up some names that came up in the reading as well. This person's name begun with a K, so this person may be getting married and they're waiting for someone to come, or they're waiting for you. They could be waiting for something, but they want you to come to their wedding in some type of way, okay. Picking up that someone's name is K. I'm also seeing that there could be someone that's trying to coax another woman to come forward to introduce themselves to you in some type of way, or it could be a female child, or it could be a past lover, maybe like a child's mother or something like that. I'm also picked up that someone is urging you as well to keep studying, okay. It could be spiritual energies of God asking you to keep studying what you're studying right now, because it's going to change certain pathways for you and help you move forward in life with the things that you want to achieve no matter what, okay. And that you should trust the information that you've been given in regards to your studies, because maybe some of you guys are unsure and not sure where it's going to lead, okay, but you're being asked to trust it and being guided to speak the words into the existence, saying I love you and I trust you and I know that you're going to help me move forward with great news, okay. There's also some information that was coming up in your reading in regards to in regards to work, okay. You know that you're on the right path anyway, and you're doing well at work, and you're going to continue to achieve with your work, okay. There could be people that surround you at work, or just kind of at work, so to speak, that are working on wanting to get to know you, okay. Could be interested in you. Maybe you're not interested in them so much, but you are there and looking very nice to them, you know, your body, your smile, your shape, you know. For some of you that are big busted, you know, someone is looking at you, you know, with your hourglass shape, or you're well endowed in certain areas like your bust area, okay. And also very smart and have a very clean atmosphere as well about things in your mind, or things about you, or just around you in general, okay. And it's very much interested in you. Some of them may be ignored right now because you're not interested. Some of them have different religious beliefs from you, so maybe you might not be interested, especially if the person is Muslim, as that religion stood out the most in this reading, okay. Or some of them could have other things that they believe in regards to spirituality, and maybe you don't agree, or some of you do agree. Okay, there is a child for some of you guys that wants to come back home but knows there's no room, or there's no space, or they don't have the greatest morals or things in their mind to kind of help them to grow up, so to speak. Okay, whether this is your child or someone else's kid, or just someone that's younger than you, this person's a slow learner, this person's been through trial and error, okay, and needs some support maybe from you still, you know, but they're finding it hard right now in themselves to grow up in some type of way, and need some spiritual guidance, or maybe even some type of religious guidance, or just some knowledge and wisdom from you. Also, some of you guys that have been put through some type of domestic violence, or maybe even been challenged by a person's behavior, you know, feeling threatened by their behavior in some way. This could be a romantic situation, it doesn't necessarily have to be, but you may have warned the person, okay. You have warned the person not to bother you. Maybe you've even given them some type of warning that you will, you know, call them out, or maybe even target them with the police, or maybe, you know, some type of authority figure or protection if they don't behave themselves. And Spirit is also urging you and guiding some of you guys to do this to protect yourselves as well, Sag, for some of you guys that are staying silent and allowing the person to attack your spirit, okay. But obviously you don't want them to, and you don't know which way to turn. There's a spirit right now that's trying to push a victory into you to be able to press the button, so to speak, and make sure you tell the person off, or give the person a warning or a caution, or get someone else involved to target the problem for you and help you out of the situation with that you know, that person that has maybe narcissistic traits, or really, you know, negative vibes that keep coming in with them all the time, okay. There's also business wise, someone is very interested in you getting your business off the ground in the government system. Someone's very interested in you getting your business off the ground in the government system, so to speak, because they need support in their areas of life too. Like, money goes round, you know, ideally you need support making more money, and there's other people that meet that need as well through your need of, you know, putting out there some type of business plans and structures to help money come into your life. It's going to help pay taxes, so to speak, okay. And they feel like you can't afford to do so right now, or you've got personal issues going on in your life. Someone's sitting down and watching you and waiting you to do business, and wondering why you haven't got your business taken off, you know, off the ground. Maybe you've registered it already, or maybe you said you're coming back to do business. Maybe some of you guys have closed down the business, but they realize you could come back and do business anytime. But it sounds like someone's been watching you behind the scenes with your business plans, or maybe business ideas, or maybe just knows that you're going to be capable to do business. Maybe you've communicated to them in some way that you want to do business, okay, but you're not ready to do so yet, or you're waiting, but this person's watching you, okay. And they could even be in the background of the government, or, you know, someone in that field, okay. Also, I also picked up that your love life as well is going to be more secure in the near future once you start working on your work ethic. You know, like when things come to pass in regards to your work, you're going to see better money come in. You're going to see better business structures and plans come in. If you guys could be working on, you know, buying stuff, you know, purchasing homes and stuff like that, or even seeing a new relationship that's going to work out better for you, those things are going to come in through your work. Like, not necessarily someone working alongside you and you meet them and, hey, you know, it could be that way for some of you guys, but it's got something to do with your work that's allowing good karma to come in through other avenues, other portals, to help help you. Also, there's someone else as well in your reading that wants to buy a car and maybe keeping that information private, or wanted to and doesn't know how to. Okay, maybe that person's still trying to be private about, you know, a car purchase, or wants to know if there's going to be some type of car purchase on your end that you're keeping private about. Vice versa, take it as it resonates. Okay, there's also someone as well, possibly a water sign man, that has an air sign woman or some other woman that they keep using in their mind to want to come forward and introduce to you. Like I said already, there could be a child involved, or it could be a child's mother. Also, there's someone that's having sex with other females, and they have sex with the other females with you on their minds. Okay, and then there's also some names like Sarah or Zara, or maybe Sophie. There's other names that come up as well in the reading. Someone's also thinking about doing this as well when they meet their new person. It's like they can't let go of your spirit. Okay, this person knows that they have to move on, but they keep targeting your spirit and holding on to it. Even when they want to have sex with another person, they want to have sex with the other person with you on the brain. They could be doing this already or wanting to, but still find it hard to move on from you, Sag. Okay. Also, there is some things as well where you would like to just become more independent in your mind about how you can sort things out for you know, yourself, in a way where you're not so bothered about other people's mindsets. Okay. It does sound like a lot of things will change and have good karma for you, but it's not always going to be the same. And also, it's saying as well, when it comes to your relationships, okay, you will have good karma moving forward in regards to getting a new partner later on in relationships. But right now, things could be challenged in a way where there's cultural differences, okay, or even morals that are, you know, interfering with how you want to see a relationship. It's like everybody's moving forward with the same ideas in relationships. Okay, like for instance, there could be like cultural things that are keeping everybody in the same kind of idea and in similar circumstances to move forward in, and hence why you would like to change or break free from a certain pattern that has been going on and on in the relationships that you've seen or tried to move past and see happen for yourself in different ways, but you keep bumping into the same type of people. Okay, it does say that there's studies in, you know, in the world in regards to psychology that have moved past the idea that you have to stay stuck, you know, because like there's different countries that have different moral perspectives and cultures that have different rules for relationships. Like ideally England, you know, they focus more on love and loyalty with love, okay, when it comes to relationships. Okay, places like Asia, they focus more on stability and whether or not the person's got more, you know, stability, money, maybe even wealth, you know, those things to stay in the relationship, and don't focus on love so much. And then there's other parts of the world as well that focus on they focus on things like you know, intimacy, okay, in relationships, and how they can have more intimacy to build a better relationship. And you know, there's certain studies in regards to how, you know, in certain communities would last longer in marriages because of their ideal beliefs and perspectives. Okay, and also, like I was saying in the past reading as well, like for some of you guys that do need a personal and private reading, okay, because I have noticed that some people do want to come forward with their perspective on how they can get help as well, with some information that they need to move forward and past things. Ideally, like when you're manifesting things, okay, you have to put in the work to manifest things. Okay, like I was saying, these tarot cards, they're almost like a book that you can learn from. Okay, like a book that you can learn from, because you will get information in them that you can actually ask spirit to guide you and show you the clarity of a situation to help you alter your path and change your learning experience. So, you know, you can wait for things. You can wait for things in regards to how you want to see them play out. But if it doesn't work in that way for you, you can ask spirit to show you the way it's going to work, instead of sitting there and saying, oh, what's going to happen today, and believe that it's just going to change automatically. Like I was saying before, you know, we have spiritual guides that can help us sometimes, but it's not always going to help, Sag, if you don't have the right spiritual guides that are bringing you down the road of success, or even ancestors on your path that are going to help change things in a sporadic way for you, or even, you know, by God's will, wanting to change things in a way for you via the universe. Sometimes people will come to me like for a private reading and ask, you know, for a general reading, like hoping and wishing that things will just turn out in their favor without putting in the work, or seeing if work is being done behind the scenes with any of their ancestors or their spiritual guides or their angels that are helping them to change their pathway, and don't want to ask certain questions in regards to the relations that can help them change those pathways. Some people just sit down and wait to see if there's going to be any change, and then they end up cursing the reader, some of them, because they are told that things could change. Maybe there's a portal that opens where things could change, because spirit's allowing you to make those changes now, because there's a void, or there's a gap where you have an opportunity to do things, because you don't have too many things in your way, and you could now tackle that situation, because the universe is also aligned with the laws of attraction and things that are aligned with the messages of the time that you can actually change things, and you can miss your opportunities like that if you don't align yourself with it and put in the work to change it, instead of just sitting down and belief that something's going to fall from the sky and just change things automatically for you, like, you know, believing that money falls from trees or it falls from the sky, so to speak. Okay, you have to put in the work to change things. Okay, so you have to learn how to manipulate energies in a way where you can get what you want by putting in the work, by studying things, understanding things, and putting in the work, and not just going for readings and not really understanding why things are not working out in your favor, and then having a bit of a moan about it because you haven't tried to use spirituality in a way where it can work for you, instead of just sitting down and hoping, oh, well, something's going to change for me, hopefully one day, if I just sit down and listen to if it does. What if the answer never comes? What if the information just doesn't come? But what if it does come now, because of a way that you have to now put in the work, because God is saying, all right, I've opened up this portal for you, and I've given you clues that are there for you to do the work now, to change the situation, so that you can manifest a good atmosphere for you, or a good situation to come about for you. But you have to do certain things that I'm guiding you to do. Okay, not definitely telling you exactly what to do sometimes, but I'm showing you could do it now, because this is the time that I have opened in my calendar for certain people to be able to make it happen for themselves. All you need to do now is do the research on how you can get it done and make the way happen for you, because I've opened up this portal, I've opened up this door for you to go through it. But how do you get through it? Because sometimes, you know, there could be many obstacles in the way of that door, but the door is open, and it doesn't say you can't get past those obstacles. Okay, but you do have to do the work to get through the door. Okay, so anyway, there's also someone that's watching your relationship for some of you guys as well. All right, some of you guys, you're going through some times in your relationship where you're waiting for your partner to get their arse together, so to speak, and really show you, you know, a relationship that you've really wanted to in regards to marriage. Okay, but this person seems to be dragging their feet, or they've got other things going on. They've got other things going on, so they can't, you know, give you what it is that you want right now, or they're struggling to do so. Maybe they've got, you know, another woman or maybe it could be an interfering family member or an interfering friend or an enemy or whatever it is, maybe troubles with someone at work, whatever it is, you know. But there's also someone that's watching your relationship as well and thinking they've got the best thing since sliced bread in their relationship, but they don't. They keep targeting your relationship, talking about it, trashing it, but then they want to change things in their relationship and find it hard and keep lying to themselves that things are going to change in their relationship, and it's not. Okay. So they keep lying again and again that, oh, you know, it's going to change, it's going to happen. But whatever it is that they're doing in a different perspective from you in your relationship, they feel like they're going to have good news in theirs, you know, because they feel like they've got no good news overall for the mind of the man, so to speak, where they feel like, you know, men are trash, men are all the same, but they feel like they can change the situation in their relationship by waiting, just waiting and waiting and waiting, ideally, like what I just said to you, not putting in the work in different ways to see that it is going to work, or maybe that's just not the person for them. Whereas you might have more potential in the relationship that you have to make a situation work, but you just need to remove certain obstacles, or go to counseling, or work together with your partner in a way where you can remove certain people that are there cursing the relationship, putting their, you know, venom tongue on the relationship and cursing it for it to not work out so great. Okay. Also, there's someone else as well that has I feel like someone's got some condoms as well they were going to use on you, and it's like these condoms are it's like they're haunting this person because they never got to use them on you in a way that they wanted to. Okay, because maybe you felt like you wasn't getting anything good from this person went out their way to buy certain condoms, and now these condoms have gone out of date because they wanted to use them on you and only you, which is not a bad thing in some ways, but it's still a bad thing if this person's not trying to give you a proper relationship, Sag. Okay, this person just hooked on you, and now these condoms are haunting the hell out of this person now that you two may not be talking, or maybe you keep avoiding this person because they're no good for you. Okay. It also says as well that you need to check your expiry dates on certain medication that you could be taking to do with your genitalial parts. Like some of you guys might have some medicines for, you know, your vaginal areas or your penis areas or your bowel systems. It does say that you need to check your medication that has expired. Okay, some of your vitamins are lasting and you don't have to have too much problems with some of those, but mainly the medicines right now that could be out of date could be the ones related to your nude areas. Okay, all right. There's also some information in regards to those of you that are looking forward to getting married or wanting to know that your partner is going to support you more in your relationships. And it does say soon. Maybe some of you guys, your partner's not talking to you right now, or you may not be talking to your partner in your marital relationships, but it says things will work itself out soon, or you'll be able to have the opportunity to work on it soon with communication. Okay, now when I was moving forward to those in the individual star signs, it was saying Aries wants you to close your mouth about something or not talk about something, to keep your mouth shut, to stay out their business. They're going through something mentally, but they don't want to know that you're inviting yourself in your mind or in the reality, talking about them or talking to other people or gossiping about them in any type of way. They also feel like they could come in and really, you know, harm a situation with you if you're not careful. So you have to allow them their space to move on, or maybe even just let go of something when it comes to them if you feel like you've been kind of hooked on some type of information or things to do with them that you've been involving yourself with. They don't want you involved in it. Okay, now when I moved on to Taurus, it says that Taurus feels like you've got a lot of things on the mind, on the brain. Okay, and they feel like they want to They feel like they could work with you or challenge you in a situation, okay, or move past something before you do, but want to challenge you in a situation as well. And it has a lot to do with like a lot of mental stress related things that you could be going through, but it's almost like they're mentally stressed as well, but they want to challenge you past the situation, i.e. they could challenge you past it, or they could challenge themselves past it. Ideally they want to feel like they got one up over on you in regards to challenging you, okay? And there's a lot of community chatter, so to speak, saying that it could be related to the government making you feel like you're under the weather with a lot of mental stress, and they're also under the weather with mental stress in regards to the communities, but at the same time they still want to put challenges on you that may not be easy for you to cope with, okay? Now with Gemini wants to work with you and pay your bills, and also wants you to pay their bills, but they don't know how to support themselves in a way where they could maybe do it just one way. So they want you to both come together and do it together. It's not a bad thing. If you can pay theirs, they can pay yours, you can pay each other's, or you can pay one bill, they can pay one bill, kind of like that. They're looking for things like that right now in a relationship, or maybe if you're in the relationship with them, they want to know that they can help you, okay? There's also someone that wanted to pay out some money to you, Sag, okay? Just kind of cutting in. Now that I can remember, someone wanted to pay out some type of money to you and felt like they could have done this long time ago, or wants to help you with some money, or wants to give you some money, okay? And also it could be a child as well that wants to help you, but that could be later on in the future. Also Cancerians adore you. Cancerian right now wants to, help you and give to you, maybe even feel like they can get from you as well in regards to love and sex or anything that you need, and vice versa, so to speak. They want in return, but they feel very giving and very loving towards you right now. Leos, it does say Leo doesn't want to drive you crazy, but they have good karma with you and want to know that they can support you moving forward past the situation and leave it there. It does say they would rather not speak, but they want to see you have good news with your car or your vehicle. Also it says that Virgo doesn't want to see you stress or even see you left out of a situation. They want to help you and really feel like there's good news now other than the past, because they feel a little bit bad about something, but they do know they can support being mean at times, so they don't want to show you, but they do want to move past it. Libra doesn't want to stress, but they caution themselves with you and time the situation from when they did have good karma through now, and don't want to stress out the situation more than they have, but will harm you one day if they're not trying to right now, but they will harm you one day when they feel like it. So they can harm you again, and they do, but they just don't want to see you in a bad way. Scorpio feels like they want to brag about something with you and want to time the situation to see if you're going to tell them off again, or really come back and give you good karma with your mindset and your money, and want to help you with your mindset and your money, but don't want to see you in a good way in some time or another. If they try to warn themselves not to give themselves good news, because they're trying to harm themselves at times too, but don't know if they can. So they will communicate that they have better news without you or with you, but want to move forward with you, trying to brag or give you good news. It's just that they have to see blessings come your way and don't know how to support everything, but they will support you in your mind to move past something, okay? Capricorn will punish you at times, but wants to pay a lot of time and energy to you in mind games, or even members of the family wanting to know they can stress a little bit, but do want to support you in their mind, and maybe even pay you a bill, or maybe even give you money, or maybe even maternal gifts like maternity, or maybe even seeing if you're pregnant, or wanting to know if you're pregnant or someone else around you is pregnant. It does say that Aquarius could be feeling good, looking good right now, i.e. Scorpio is doing the same, but both of you want to know if Sagittarius is going to have good news, okay? So Scorpio and Aquarius want to know if Sagittarius is going to have good news. It does say Scorpio doesn't mind seeing you, but Aquarius really wants to know you and wants to get to know you and studies you sexually. Okay, Pisces. Pisces doesn't want to believe that you have great news always, but they try to warn themselves they're not with you or with you always in the way that you want, but they try to look for you and give you good news in their mind. And they don't want to see you right now, but they will laugh at you if you don't give them good karma. Okay, so they're practicing voodoo on you and sex or esoteric information at times or in the night time when they make love to you, but they don't always let you know what's going on mentally. Okay, so be careful with that Piscean energy. So let's have a quick read, because that was a lot of information that I gave you from a reading that cut out. Okay, so let's see what's going on a little bit. It does say you bless yourself with a lot of information and good news. Tidy up because your mind is very healthy, very good. I love you and I'm not going to support you always, but I do love you. And an air sign woman does not want to pay attention to your mind or your money. She's got good news overall. She loves you, but she does not want to help you with everything. And she realized you've got great news overall. She doesn't want to know that you've tidied up your mind with a lot of things that she's seen in you, but she does know that you've tidied up your mind with a lot of things you've seen in yourself. But you do not know her, and it does say you know her enough to know that she's nasty or negative at times, but you don't want to get involved in her mindset. She bruises herself to constantly speak to you or speak to your minds about it. She'll realize people will target you or even laugh at you at times when she's gossiping or laughing about you, but she's got to gasp a little as she's laughing at her mindset too. She's really got to laugh at herself because nine-mindedness is not easy, but scarceness is there. Today I heard too much more information about myself and I realized I'm not going to target you with bad news. I've got to love you more than I did before. So someone may have to feel like they've got to love you more than they did before. It says ongoing because I don't know what people will say when I pick on them or pick on their brains about something, but I realize I will target you one day and it's going to happen soon or next week. And I realize when I do, I'm going to laugh at you, but I have to laugh at you in a way where I haven't laughed at my mind. And I see myself laughing at me many times over when I'm targeting you. So if I laugh at you, it's not because I've got to laugh at my mind. I've got to laugh at you. But I realize I can't laugh at you because you're going to laugh at me. I see you. You're laughing at many of my mind games. People around you, people that you call aunts or uncles or family members. And they always laugh at you. Now you're realizing you're laughed at, but people laugh at you and they laugh at me. So how can I laugh at you without you laughing at me? And it does say many times over, if you've seen this, you're going to study it. And it does say, warning, you do know you're smart, right? Very smart. I wouldn't have known this, but I see you. You're very, very evil and very smart at the same time. Evil in a way where you don't speak about it, but try me. I said I knew this would happen. Something would come out soon, but I didn't know you was that bright. You're very smart, and I didn't understand your smartness, but I understand your very, very mind games. Like you play mind games on many people in their minds about who you are. Ideally, because you will speak or not speak about something. Smoking and drinking is something I heard. Was she going to tell me about that too? But the warning signs are there for you to see that it's not happening or it does happen. But who told me to open my mind and tell myself off that I spoke about it? Now she's going to tell me that my smart mind is going to tell me off because I have a son that's doing it. It does say smoking and drinking is something she wants to know, but she will laugh or make fun of her own mind because of it. And it does say she sees herself in the bad mood that she's in now. And it does say recommended, a friend or a family member will see you in a bad way and not see it, but at the same time know that you're in this. And it does say when she realized you had bad news, it wasn't always because she had bad news about who she was in her mind or how she smoked and drank. It was never this. She has targets. People targeting her or picking on her or plucking her mind on things. And it does say many times over, if I saw this, I would have never understood why I had negative energy in my mind. Negro energy. Maybe even people picking on her because of her mind and the colorism I've gone through. It does say I know this because I've been through it, but my mind tells me off. I thought you was a smoker or a drinker. Or maybe even things I told myself, it could be this. Now I have to laugh at myself because who am I to talk about you? And then I realize she's got much more inside her to talk about than I even imagined. She doesn't even know who she is. She's a doctrine or maybe a witchcraft woman. She does know things in her mind so much to the point where I could target myself and laugh at her and then she'd laugh at me. Do you know who you are? You're very much intelligent, but I couldn't tell you that. Who are you? I just don't know who you are. A very narcissistic woman or a niece that doesn't know who she is. She knows that you've got good karma, but she don't know how to support you. She's poor judged you and maybe even put you through mental health, but she realized she's targeted you more than anyone.
And she's going to laugh when she puts spells on you again in the next 2 weeks to a month. She's got to laugh it off, because she may have gave you a very good news and a bad news at the same time. And she laughed at you and made fun of your fine-mindedness, your family on your father's side. She could never have cared about them, but she realized she's got to care now that she's heard your negative mind has almost harmed itself. It does say when you realize you're harming someone, you've got to harm them again, right? And it does say when she realizes she's going to harm you, she's not going to harm you in that way. She's got to harm you in a different way. Ideally, she would have harmed you in the same way that your father had, or your mother had, or parents had. But then she realized harming you is not going to be cute. It's very cute of you to come and talk to me, but not in the way that you see fit. I know I'm nasty. I know I'm mean, but I'm not going to be mean to you. I've got to change my mind. Okay? This could be a family member. It does say black people do not know who you are, and maybe even white people don't know who you are, but I'm a doctor and I need to see you. Okay, so there could be a doctor that needs to see you as well, Sag. It does say when I realize you've got homeschooling, I'm going to laugh at myself and make fun of this. Now who are they to talk about you and make fun of you? What the hell is going on here? How dare you speak to me now that you've got good karma? Are you there? Are you there? Are you there? Are you there? Are you there to speak to me? I want to know if you'll come and speak to me. Someone wants to speak to you. Maybe some of you guys are homeschooling teachers. Okay, but you've got some type of good news that you need to tell your doctor, but you probably need to tell them that you need some support in some type of way with something that you noticed or you're going through. It does say, I realize I could harm you, still let you know that you've got bad news, but I wonder if you even noticed that you've got better news now. As a teacher, you really didn't know that you had bad news, but really knew that you had good news. Now I know that you're homeschooling, I'm going to tell you off. You've got good news in your mind, but bad news about who you are. Now I realize you ain't got bad news about who your mind is, but it's bad news about who I am. I realize I could target you and make you feel worse, but you're never going to give me that, because I can laugh at you and make fun of you, war with you, and karmically give you pleasure at the same time. But then I realize you're going to know me. So I secretly planned an interview or even secret messaging service so you could hear me and I could hear you and tell you off over the phone. But I realized I've got to speak to you directly in person. You're going to hear me so I can speak to you and listen to you and target you overall with your health or your mind. It does say bloody hell, you've got good news, but warning signs are there for your vitals to be checked or listened to, so you could have negative news. At the same time, I wouldn't want to hear you've got negative news, but I've got to listen to see if you've got great news overall with your time and your money. Maybe even things that you want to tell me or even listen to about my mind. I don't know how to support you. You've put me in a place of general mental stress, because I realized targets was there. People are there picking on you, but I wonder who knows who you are. Maybe a liberty-taking liability is there for you. Or maybe even a nurse that wanted to know that she's got to target you in bad ways. She realized she's got blessings coming now. She doesn't really have blessings, but she's got blessings, because I've told her not to speak, but have good news overall about the time that she's wasted looking into you and a person that's waiting in the timelines trying to speak to you. I realize they're judging you, but I don't want to judge you, and I know that she's coming forward to judge you in the next 2 weeks to a month, maybe even March or May. She doesn't know when you're coming, but she knows now not to speak. She's got time in her mind to remember that she's got good news, or overall not good news, because she laughed at you and made fun, and I realize she's laughing at you and making fun at you. Me, I'm not making fun, but she is, and I laugh and I make fun at you because she is. I realize she's got to laugh at you until the day you die, but not really. She's got to move on in the next week or two if I tell her she can't work around me, or even with me in my practice. She's got to move on in the next year. Ooh, there could be a nurse moving on soon, because she's been laughing at you. And it does say whether you like it, teaching you a lesson is not easy, but the bad news that they have in the practice is going to be good for you. They don't know it, but you know more about the teaching abilities in your mind and how you can produce great news overall for your friends, your family members, and your liabilities more than they do. They don't know you, but they can practice voodoo or even mental health to structure your mind to be bad to yourself. It does say when they do, they punish themselves or lie, because they have to do this even in the times of the tarot cards that you've read to your mind about them. It does say they know about certain things that you don't. They look at tarot readings or they look at spells that they use to work on. They do know they have practitioners that do this. They don't know everything, but they wonder what's going on with you and how to support you. Have you ever heard from my mind about my tarot cards. It does say when the nurse says she reads tarot cards, she doesn't know everything, but she knows a lot more than you in the way she looks at things. She does not know everything though, and I notice that I can look at her when I want to. It does say Sagittarius, you know how to support yourself with the mindset of a nervous person, and it does say the nervous person wants you to know that you've got good news. Even if she's a tarot reader, I don't want to hear that she's got good news. It does say she will look at herself with great news and never see herself with great news. At the same time, you will lie about it and you'll make fun of her. So when she's lying, you will lie. And it does say your lies are always going to be better than hers because she knows that you're the practitioner. But warning, she's got karma coming with you all over again. Have you heard that she's got better news now? She's a smoke-free woman. She's not smoking anymore. Do you know that she's smoking again? So it does look like there's some feelings held back. It does look like things have changed, but the nurse has been wrong about what she was saying. She doesn't know who's smoking or what's going on, but she does know that she wants to know that the female is smoking or not smoking, but at the same time is smoking, or people are poking on the further they go to try and poke on her is the better, is what the man says. But it's also a man that he's provoking her to make sure that folklore information comes out in his favor to win over the nurse, and wants to poke anyone he can, family members, friends, evil people, anyone, to get hold of judgment on a female. And it does say bad news and bad information could come out at any time, anywhere, and try and trash her or destroy her lifestyle. It does say negative energies are always there, and even the nurse, she will get arrested or karma will come to her, but bad news will come to the man that's always provoking her with witchcraft. Okay, so provoking the woman that they're all targeting as well, or they're also being targeted by a man that's targeting a woman. Okay, so what I'm picking up is there's a man putting down spells for a particular person, and he targets everyone around her, even, you know, family members, friends, people that she has to work alongside, or even if she has to go to the doctor's getting targeted, the nurse is getting targeted, you know, anyone that this woman knows or has to deal with is being targeted with his witchcraft, because he is trying to demonize her or put spells on her in a way that everybody attacks her. Does that make sense? Okay, so I don't know if this is you directly, Sag, that someone's doing this to you, or if it's someone around you that you know and it's happening to them. Okay, but it does look like the nurse is going to be targeted by the doctor anyway, because the doctor does see that someone is doing something bad to the patient, so to speak. And it does look like if it's you, the nurse is going to, you know, get in trouble for, you know, all the things that the nurse has been doing. So the doctor's also targeting the nurse for any negative things that he sees or she sees that, you know, the nurse is doing to the patient. Yeah, even if it's just trying to get dirt on them for whatever reason. All right, so anyway, moving along, I'm going to put this reading to an end now. Let's just pull you some angel cards and some messages from the universe and some angel numbers. So we have got from the romance angel deck, we've got let go of control issues, allow this situation to unfold naturally. This could be the one you've already met the romantic partner you seek. Okay, universal message. We've got the key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. Okay, that could be for the person that's been casting bloody spells, mate. All right. And we've also got nurture. It says Archangel Gabriel, as you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. Okay, see if we can get you another message from our angels. Okay, we've got arcs. Okay, this is asks us to help in this situation, and we will immediately go to work on your behalf. We're governed by many universal laws, and among them is the free will that allows you to make your own choices and decisions. So patiently await your request. Okay, so you could be asking for something patiently. waiting for a request from spirit, you know, to guide you or help you with something that you need or you want. We've also got number 10, number 47, number 46, number 45, number 34, number 20, and number 14. Okay, I'm also hearing a number 12 for some of you guys as well. But that's your reading, Sag. I will speak to you again in your next one. Ciao for now. Bye.